Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, the Australian dollar continues to hold in a broader pattern. That is, the market can't break above 78.15, figure 15, and the market can't break beneath the level of 76.60.80. And presently the indicators are still a little bit mixed. I'm still swaying more so to the bearish case while the MACD holds underneath the zero axis. And keep an eye on that at present as we hold in the middle point of the range at 77.5. Nevertheless, the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, is still somewhat weak. And therefore we are waiting for the market to give us a bit of an indication if the dollar can rebound or sink lower. I feel in the broader picture that if we are going to see some risk in terms of inflation, and the market is talking about the Fed, US, that is, Federal Reserve, maybe down the track, looking to lift rates, could see a stronger or a rebound in the dollar strength. And therefore, this would see the head and shoulders that's slowly forming here could eventually look back towards the bottom side of the range, somewhere around 75 cents. Now that's the bigger picture of the pattern here. In the short term though, we're still confined to this parameters of 76.60.80 to 78 figure 15. The dollar index, which is measured against the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, is presently though is still at the bottom side of the range, and that would see the euro look into the top side of the range as it now looks at 122.50.60 resistance. We've had a couple of goes at it, has rejected. Now, if we do see a break of this level, then it could see a short-term squeeze up towards the region of 123. However, the MACD is somewhat quite flat, and also the RSI is slowly descending, and therefore it does give some hope that the bears will again defend this level. The dollar yen slowly grinds lower and getting closer to this level of 108.45, which has potential to slip towards 107.70.80 before most probably the market will stage some round of take profit, as it's no doubt we are a little bit short as supply comes into the market, and it is trending from an ADX, so it does still continue to hold that threat towards those downside targets. Well, with the slowly of the unlocking of the unlockdown, that is, and the markets are getting a little bit confident when it comes to the pound. It still looks towards that level of 142.20.40, even though we've seen 2 rejections. Keep an eye on these technicals. In some respect, the RSI is still somewhat firm, and therefore could see another test of that top side. Whether we break is another matter, because the MACD is slipping a little bit to a weaker side. Therefore, the sterling yen should still continue to cap round about that 155 figure 45 area. I do feel from a weaker MACD, the threat is still towards this level around 153.5 or about 40.50. And if we see a break there, it would expose the region of 152. I'm getting a little bit concerned when it comes to the technical pattern to the gold. We saw last week a very whipsaw price action with long-legged doji posted, a rejection from 1,890, and 2 little candles here, one a doji star. Therefore, implying that we may be seeing a little bit of fatigue coming in for when it comes to the bullish case, and therefore could see a pullback to the level around 1,860. We see a little bit more weaker play, then we could actually see a slide all the way down to 1,810.20 area. Technically though, not fully broken down, but it's more about how the candles are presenting themselves that's giving this view. And rounded up with oil, well, the market jumped close to 4% overnight. Following the outside range day and then a bear candle that took out the trend line, we've reversed and now cleared the level and calling it a false break. The market's somewhat picked up momentum. We could see a move back to the top side of the range, which could be as high as 67.50.80 at the present pattern that I'm seeing here, and then reassess. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look after the intraday report. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.